Welcome to the programme. It's just gone 1100 hours GMT. We begin in Gaza, where at least 2 Palestinians have been killed and several injured in an Israeli airstrike near the Al-Aqsa Hospital in Deir el-Balah. Now, initial reports say the attack was carried out on tents housing displaced people, as well as journalists in the courtyard of the medical facility. Well, those were the recent pictures. Let's cross over to Tareq Azzoum, who joins us now from Rafah. Quite disturbing images we've just seen, Tareq, on this strike just outside the hospital. Just bring us up to speed on what we know about the incident.
Yes, absolutely. It's a new bloody attack that has been carried out within the past hour, where the Israeli Air Forces have targeted a tent that was displaced, was hosting and even containing journalists, and along with a number of displaced Palestinians. As the latest update we have been receiving from Al-Aqsa Hospital, the death toll has risen to 4 Palestinians being killed, along with 17 others being wounded, including journalists who have been now receiving treatment inside the departments of Al-Aqsa Hospital. We have been talking to a number of survivors of journalists that they have been describing the situation to be really difficult. They were sitting together speaking as the attack had been carried out, as everyone has just discovered the situation to be absolutely chaotic, as one of the journalists who had survived from the attack has been describing, has been saying that they have been sitting together. Suddenly, the attack had been carried out in front of them, as they have been completely seen blood every single corner of the tent, amid a clear destruction and damage being inflicted to the tent that they were living inside and taking shelter in, amid a clear expansion of military attacks against journalists. Now, the Gaza's government media office has been stating and condemning the attack that had been carried out inside Al-Aqsa Hospital, where it's considered to be a new violation that Israel has recently made in its series of different violations being committed since October, calling the international community to bear responsibility regarding this attack, as well also to ask Israel to step back its military campaign on the Gaza Strip. And that's absolutely terrifying, as journalists have been completely a very fundamental portion of the Israeli military campaign, as more than 130 Palestinian journalists have been killed since the eruption of this conflict.
Tareq, we'll leave you to try and news gather more as we leave you with those pictures, obviously, of that attack and that breaking news coming out of Gaza. It only adds to what's been happening across the region, because in Gaza City, at least 17 people were killed at a major intersection while they were waiting for humanitarian aid to be delivered. Israeli troops have repeatedly targeted crowds of Palestinians at the Kuwait roundabout, where they waited to receive much-needed food parcels. The Palestine Red Crescent Society says that 5 people were killed at the same intersection on Friday. The organisation said they were amongst thousands waiting for trucks carrying flour and other essential supplies. Witnesses said that organisers monitoring the safety of the convoy fired warning shots, but Israeli troops also opened fire. There were also reports that trucks hit people while they were trying to grab aid parcels.